Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, and this is Dargo Schneider. So, I tried to do a run in OBS, and it just was so chunky. So, it was a little greedier. I didn't do anything to spawned in. Pretty much the same conditions. But, OBS is just making this game chug too much. So, let's see if there's anything good in the shop. Chaos. Always good. So, for Lilith, it's best just to stay in the room. Because you get charges on your box. Every so often. Which just makes it... wow. We can get a charge at start, so I should do that first, yeah. So this is Greedier mode. Waves going a little bit faster. The advantage is that the box of friends will also charge a little bit faster. As long as we do all the waves in one shot, we should have quite a few familiars. The last few runs were fairly disappointing, but I think I found my groove again. I spent the last couple days messing around with OBS, and I finally got it configured to the point where I could actually capture a game because it's all coming up black screen before, because I'm on a laptop, but it shouldn't have, because the problem with laptops was an issue where there's a video card, and the integrated graphics click in. But that shouldn't be the case. Do another one, I guess. It shouldn't be the case because this laptop is so cheap it only has integrated graphics. So I'm not entirely sure what the problem was, but it existed. The reason I was trying to get it to work is I want to record another game that is not compatible with OpenGL hooks and DirectX hooks. If I can get the video to work, I'll announce it in that video, but basically, it's such a simple game that nothing can hook it to the board. So that's why I was playing around with different recording softwares. This room, though, do I really deserve this first room? We have good quad shot there. That doesn't destroy our files, so it's not that bad, but come on. Okay, so in the deal, we have some pills with one red heart. There shouldn't be any incredibly bad pills.
Tears down.
Tears down kinda sucks, it's not so bad. So anyway, I'm gonna try and use OBS for recording, just not this game, because the program and the game are too heavy. I'm pretty sure that that was a result of thinking Chaos before coming in this room. So, I'm glad how that worked out. Empty Vessel is a great item on any character. And it gives me a solution to Golden Greed. So, there's a chance, if I just get invincibility all the right times, if I can just get rid of this heart. Gameplay is pretty good too. A Thane, which is a great item to have in conjunction with Empty Vessel. So this run is amazing. I just need to lose this 1 HP to make it work. I will take literally any deal to make it happen, because I already have at my disposal the keys to victory. I just have to not go too hard on them like I did in that one run. I think if we put it together early enough, then it shouldn't be an issue. It's because I put it together so late. I'm getting still a little bit of lag, but not as bad as when I use OBS. Like, actually, I thought the game was going to crash because it was so slow. Lilith might not be a mainstay of the channel, at least when I'm using this laptop. There's probably the number of sprites that she puts on the screen, in addition to what the enemies spawn, is not helping my cause. And 4 is our limit if you want to have a charge ready for the next 4. Which is fine. It's quite good. We need to pick up some more offensive items too. We have a great lineup of defensive and utility items. Mostly Chaos and a Fame coming up. But we need something that gives us a little bit more stopping power. Just because of the different dynamic on the greed fight, I'm not going to be able to get more than one use in all likelihood out of box of friends, to the point where I might take a different spacebar item into it if a better option presents itself. Charge Baby could change that, generate some batteries during the fight. The Habit could, although I don't want to hit that much without something like the Wafer. It's like the worst place for you to stand, for me, but it's a pretty good strategic place for you. A little more. Well, I got hit by the bomb, but I kind of wanted to hit the mushroom just in case. Magic Mushroom would be a great pickup right before the deal. A double check. One might consider a double check. One might also say that I should never talk again as a result of staying. They would not be entirely wrong. But since that's kind of the mainstay of this kind of video, I'll continue to blather semi-coherently while I slowly whittle down a relatively easy boss. Death's Touch is too hard to deal with. It's a really great addition to this run. So we get to deal with the Angel, which could potentially have something in it, but I have no keys. So I'll grab some HP and lament my keylessness. And since this heart's not going anywhere, I might as well check this out and tell it to leave and never come back. D8 is a little bit too risky for me right now. I don't have enough stats for a reroll to be meaningful, but actually we have the soul. So this is amazing. So we're in an incredible spot defensively, but we still need something to boost our offensive powers. aside from multiple uses of Box of Friends, which isn't really going to wash in the long term. It's good for everything except the moneymaker. Distant Admiration is interesting. Certainly incentivizes getting fly-related items. Okay. It's a very good shop. Definitely get the ceremony robes now. Continues to be a good shop. I would forego this item room for the chance to have it. Shooting razors occasionally, I believe, this damage upgrade. It's pretty lucky. We're also going to get a nigh impenetrable wall of flies around us too, with enough use to the Box of Friends. And they're relatively high damage flies. Probably make any of these enemies for the day if they got close enough. Especially on enemies like this, that are immune to damage from certain directions. There's an invisible guy down here? Yeah, right there. Get another fly going. I can't remember whether or not these flies also block shots. I don't think they do. So a pretty fly would be something of interest. There's also a card down here. The jail free card, which might actually let us skip a floor effectively. Probably just gonna use to get in this item room. Use it right in Pete's face. And get out. Yeah, the more entities that are being generated by Box of Friends, the worse off it seems to be. Good time to check our damage. The Acclaim Ring, I believe, scales to our damage like how the Void does. Remember that time I said you weren't going to fight Ninja Statue? Never let me tell you how it's going to be. The game already knows. Again, now with our guardian exposed to the flies. Carrying Queen is actually a pretty good boss for this situation. Especially when she gets stuck in her hoops. Good opportunity here to make empty vessel work as well. What's the deal with the devil? Probably contains Krampus, just because my hopes and dreams ride on this having something for her heart. Okay. I'm gonna take Dead Tooth. I don't know if it even affects me, but it's worth a shot anyway. Come in here for a discount. Definitely take Cricket's head. Try for some money. Definitely want the apple. Would like Guppy's head, but it's not likely. I'll buy a key on this floor, because it doesn't really matter what order I do things in, and try get a jail free card next floor just to see if it works. Squeezy is great. I guess what we want now is some more luck so we get more razors. Now, this is a very promising run. Let's see if there's anything in here. Only because Sister Maggie is a familiar am I taking it without looking for a reroll.
Get out of jail card.
Okay. It does not open the door at all. Book of Belial's pretty good. Too bad didn't show up just a little bit later. So here, I think we go with I'll have to see how things shake out. Because without picking up Guppy's head before, buying Guppy's tail now is more of a gamble. If the dead cat shows up in the deal room, I will pick up the tail. If we don't get any Guppy cards from the deal room, I'll leave it alone. Because it's a little bit late in the game to try and make that transformation happen. Also, like, Dark Bum, since we seem to be dropping red hearts all over the place. How convenient. Get these flies. Especially don't lose track of the cover. I took a few too many hits in the process, but it did work in the end. I wasn't doing that intentionally, but it's a little bit of slowdown. I don't know if it'll show up in the video, but there's a little bit of slowdown. That's not my dodge. You might think that's an excuse if you can't see it on the video side, but I assure you it was there. So I've just been informed by the game that perhaps a speed upgrade is needed. But this is a great opportunity. If we get hit, we will destroy both of these guys. And if we don't get hit, which I hope we don't, because I'm not having much luck with payouts, is what I'm saying. But with this glorious wall of death, which should help not get hit. Perhaps a problem. Now we do have the soul pushing bullets, so there's that. Empty vessel working for us too. Admittedly, that was kind of a ploy to see if I could just kill them with the aura, but it didn't quite work out. It has taken virtually no damage, so it's hard to hit the sweet spot. Do have enough money to make something interesting happen. It was well timed and scary. I was going to stand here, see our scary monster, and continuously shoot at me so I can continuously shoot at him. So what I'd be looking for is a source of poison. There's a source of Krampus. really dangerous now that you can have omnidirectional brimstone. Number 4 is fine, and it is not a guppy item, which means I am not particularly interested in the tail. And it's just because there's very few chests. So, grab Purity. Ironically, there's Maw of the Void, which is actually hilarious. So a perfect combination has been broken, but even if I played the reroll machine, it might not have turned into Maw of the Void. I don't know if reroll machine just takes the next item set, or if it has a unique reroll. So, this is a brown ore.
Bombs are key.
Bombs are fine. Walk down kind of sucks. Destroy all of these. Cambion Conception fade out. The leech. There's Guppy's Paw, which is actually funny at this point. There's another cube of meat. So, with Box of Friends, I should get at least one giveaway. More importantly, we're just going to have an incredible army of things. Truly wish the Maw of the Void had come in time after lots of opportunity to make cards. It's squandered in the first 2 cards. Let's not die. It's actually more than much like everything else. I got one back at some point. Get in there. I briefly forgot that actually you don't have a cube anymore because it's a boy. So now it becomes super cool. That's fun good. The sisters don't even bother me. On a big room with fairly beautiful. I do need a little bit of extra concentration to track this snake of familiars. There's also music. Encounter the meter at a time, so over the course of getting 1001%. That you unfortunately, yeah, some guys have done this one. You unfortunately want to hard to do that, but there are plenty of other people doing it. Admittedly, I was looking late to the game. The recording game, not playing it at that time. It's actually because of playing YouTube that I got into it. I'm saying it's the same for a number of other games. None of these are worthwhile. I'm not going to reroll the run. I'm not going to pay 3 hearts for a trinket. I'm going to get a damage bonus though. Head down the next floor. It's not a reroll machine, is there? No, not in this one. I only have 2 chances anyway. I'm beginning to worry that this run without Box of Friends might not be sufficient. Oh my god, there's a dead cat. So I totally could have become Guppy. I'm gonna go in here just to see. There is a locked chest, and it was a waste of time. Here's my theory with Dim Bulb. So we get a stat boost the fewer charges we have. I did that wrong, so since I'll be using Box of Friends as often as possible, conceivably get a pretty good stat boost out of it. Oh no, it's not. I'm starting to get my own type. Anyway. So the calm themselves or full invincible. So basically, as long as I use Box of Friends, I'll get a boost to my stats, which will make the friends list somewhat better. So in theory, as long as I bring a charge into Greed, then I should be able to get the full benefit of the bulb, but also have some familiars. So to ensure that is the case, I'm not going to use it the rest of this floor, because I messed up the timing. This is like a highly unnecessary wave of enemies. I just like the game to know that. The invincibility paid for itself. Which is why I'm not going to get Red Cat now. If I picked up Guppy's Tail and Guppy's Paw, that would have been a great choice. Still would have the best one. Okay. Yera and Perthro. We're on the shop, so Yera doesn't. I think Perthros are going to go with. I'm going to take the Rosary for HP. Bible doesn't really matter, it's going to show up in this next reroll probably. I don't think Mum's Knife is the right call. I get 2 of them though. Ah. And you know what? Play this. We'll have 2 knives, we'll have a stat bonus. Aiming's going to be a bit problematic. And we would have had to charge if I'd done everything anyway. Movement. HP is not at its best. Damage could be better. The aiming is really weird, because it trails behind me. Pop that. I don't think we get a charge for him blocking. I need to pick up all this money before he does. Didn't quite succeed in that venture. Just getting my knives lined up. I don't know if you're aware of this ultra green, but you're supposed to spam explosions on the next phase. Okay, so this would be a good opportunity to take it. Try and get a whole bunch of HP. Get a little bit more respect. I think they only deal half right actually, so we will always be letting these happen. I don't know if the knife works as a melee weapon. Familiars use it, but I'm just trying to get a little bit cute and meat damage and paralyze on this one. That spider can just literally die forever. Kitty's going to make the full part, so don't touch those. I imagine in my head that I'd forward. So this strategy is in the corner, and then we jump switch corners. But that's really not feasible. This war of attrition is not going so well. He does seem to target it. Dark bomb. I'm the least advantageous but most opportune moment. There's not going to be many red hearts dropping. Double dark bomb actually just slows the process down. Please. Do not walk in front of doors ever again, so. Touch dodge. I ignored the cardinal rule, but I survived anyway. Duality. So that makes both rooms appear, but then when you walk into one, it closes the other, or some such thing. For Devil and Angel rooms, that is. I'm going to continue to donate because there could be something for it, because you did blow the machine up, if I'm not the keeper. And since the machine's decidedly not blown up, I can't help but put money in. What else are you going to spend it on? Alright, So that is a Lilith win in Greedier mode. So this is Darker Schneider, and until next time.